Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with meteorologist Ashley Baylor.
Okay, so with Hurricane Maria getting ready to make the pass offshore of North Carolina and Virginia, we got to pack a lot of information into this weathercast here. So let's get right to it. Here's a look at our enhanced satellite. As of the 11 o'clock update, Maria is still a major Category 3 hurricane with winds sustained at 115 miles per hour. It is now moving due north at 9 miles per hour. So you can see it is offshore of the east coast of Florida and the Bahamas here. They are tapping into some high, thin clouds out there. The surf is rough. That's no surprise. The surf is going to remain rough for us even here along the mid-Atlantic states for the next several days. In fact, all the way through next week, and the moderate to high risk of rip currents will remain in place as well. So here's a look at the latest track of Maria for you, and you can see it is expected to remain a major Category 3 hurricane all the way through Sunday. It's not until we start to get into Monday that we could start to see this hurricane lose a little bit of energy here. By Monday, you can see it'll be a Category 2 hurricane with winds dropping to about 105 miles per hour. Let's take you out to Tuesday now, and as the storm starts to move into cooler water, it'll lose a little more energy. So by Tuesday, it will likely be a Category 1 hurricane with winds at 90 miles per hour, and we head into Wednesday. And Wednesday will be the day that the storm is closest to Virginia Beach and Chesapeake and all the way down along the Outer Banks. So that's the day it's going to be closest to Virginia and North Carolina before it starts to make the curve east and go out to sea. So here's the thing, with this storm hanging close by, closer than Jose was, we are going to see a little more of an effect here in the sense that we will see more showers. Winds will certainly be more gusty, especially the closer you are to the coastline. Now here's a look at our spaghetti models, and you can see again they're pretty consistent with keeping this track almost due north and then curving it east and going out to sea eventually. But look at this green line here. That's actually the American/GFS model that we talk about a lot, and almost has it taken a curve westerly towards the Outer Banks and then curving it back out to the east. So that's something we do have to watch very closely. So here's a look at the American model, which is in the pink, versus the European model, which is in the white. And you can see overall, they are pretty consistent all the way through Tuesday and on into Wednesday morning. You can see the American model just a little bit closer to the Outer Banks, whereas the European is a tad more offshore. So the European in this case is one we would like to see. The farther offshore it'll be, the less effects we will see, but either way we'll see some effects. Just depends on what degree it'll be. But you can see by Thursday, that's when the storm will start to curve out to sea, so it makes its closest pass to us on Wednesday. Now here's a look at the wind probability. This is very interesting here, and this actually shows you the probability of seeing winds at or above 39 miles per hour. So it's tropical storm force winds. So let's zoom in a little bit closer, and you can see kind of this golden color here that indicates about a 50% chance for parts of the Outer Banks seeing winds at or above 39 miles per hour. But the farther inland and the farther north you go, the less likely you are to see that. So from the metro and basically out towards Richmond, anywhere from about a 10 to a 30% chance of you seeing tropical storm force winds. So the strongest winds for sure will be along the Outer Banks, and even inland towards Manio, Currituck, you could see that as well. So here's the bottom line of what we can expect. 39-mile-per-hour winds or even higher, especially closer to the coast and along the Outer Banks. 1 to 2 inches of rain is possible along the Outer Banks as well. Less rain, again, farther inland, but that's still going to be heavily dependent on just how close this storm can actually get. And tidal flooding, nuisance to minor tidal flooding, a safe bet as we head through a good chunk of next week. In fact, nuisance tidal flooding, tide is coming back up at about 12:15 going through the overnight hours. So nuisance tidal flooding will remain in the forecast all the way through Monday at this point. So if you live in an area that's prone to tidal flooding, you know to move your cars, kind of know what to expect. So Maria making its pass here, going from Tuesday on into Wednesday and Thursday. Even Thursday, we'll keep a chance of isolated showers in the forecast. The days to look forward to right now, that's Friday and Saturday of next week. Things will be a lot more comfortable, temperatures in the mid-70s, and the humidity will finally come down as well. All of these details at wavy.com.